Hello YouTube. Tonight on Vintage Kit Reviews, I have a 1981 release of the Dodge WC-54 ambulance. This is, I believe, the original boxing by Testors and Italeri. This kit has actually been reproduced a couple of times, and I actually have the straight Italeri release of this model as well, but that one was a later date. So let's take a look around the box and see what we got here. So we have a little bit of information on the WC-54, picture of a completed one. Here on the end we have kit number 856, and again this is a Dodge WC-54. On this side we have the materials needed in order to complete the model. There we go. And then here on the back, a few pictures of the completed kit. So go ahead and get the box opened up here. As with most of these old Testors boxes, you have just an outer thin shell and then an inner cardboard pull-out. Insert. Set that off to the side. And we'll take a look here. So, starting with our instruction sheets, we'll go ahead and actually grab the decals out first. So, starting with the instruction sheets, we have history on the vehicle, as well as painting information before you start, preparation of parts, normal blurb. This one actually, as you can see, does not actually have a sprue layout, which is kind of interesting. Most others of this time did. Taking a look around, we have the chassis and drive assemblies going into place. Very basic when it comes to the actual engine detail on this. In the auto world, it'd probably be more of like a curbside, I guess you could say. But if you're going to have this displayed on a shelf, these kits look amazing once completed. So then going around here, we have the actual axles going into place on the suspension, starting the build of the cab, which it is nice that as you're going, it does have call-outs and what each part is for. So it kind of gives you a little bit of a informational lesson on the actual part. Actually, speaking of the parts call-out, normally they're on page 1, but they went ahead and included it as a additional sheet here. So we have the wheels, extra tire, and then body panels. So we'll set that off to the side. We do have the body panels going in here with the support brackets for stretchers. So you have where basically men who are just walking wounded could hop in and sit, or you have the supporting rails for the full stretchers. Then we have our cab going in, putting in these inner panels. It is nice, the doors could actually be positioned to open on these old kits. For windshield wipers, and then the rear doors. And again, it does actually come with the ability to, once completed, leave the rear doors open to show the inside, so you could detail that up, weather that up however you wish. And then we have a couple of different marking options here for the actual ambulance itself. 2 different vehicle numbers here. And then on the back, weathering information, things to look at for weathering. So setting that to the side, we'll take a look at the decal sheet, which is really pretty matted down. Do have the cross for the top, for the doors, rear door, which you would have to, if you're going to use these and display the doors open, you'd have to cut. Probably when I go to build this, I'm just going to paint these as they're very basic markings. Obviously, I will probably be using all of the number stencils, but everything else I'll probably mask and spray. So we have that setting to the side, and then we'll get into the actual parts here. So we'll go ahead and slice this puppy open. Sliding out there, just got a couple of loose parts here. One of the drive shafts here, and wheel well As with most of these old kits that are just chucked into a single bag, you get stuff just floating around. So always check your bags and don't just toss little bits until you know for sure it's not going to be needed later in the build. That was just the other fender, by the way. So taking a look at the wheels, really nice wheel detail. Hub detail on the outside. Inside's pretty basic, but again, that'll be all hidden, so never actually see that. So those are always pretty nice looking. Those there. We have our clear parts, which these luckily survived with very minimal scratches. And then you have the side panels, which again, they're going to be very basic. If you're going to display it open, you'll have to clean up the ejector pins on the inside here, which are fairly nasty. And then, but the nice thing is, like here on the roof, there is actually the dome light. So you have the light there on the roof. Another sad thing is it does have the ejector pins on the inside of the door, but luckily if you just kind of take care, you could probably get most of them filled and sanded out without really destroying too much of the detail. And the inside of the upper cab, grill guard. The other nice thing is on the exterior here, let's see if you can see them in the light, it actually has the rivets molded in. That's nice. Then the front of the truck with the more standard box sides. Here. Actually, I apologize. Going back over here, these would be the inside, so those will actually be hidden. So you will not actually need to worry about those ejector pins. Those two panels will fit on the inside of these two panels. So, again, it's amazing. Back in the day, they really did a pretty good job of taking care of stuff like that. Now, the one thing that was not included in this, which kind of seems odd, given this stretcher having kind of the depressed head indication, was there's no figures. I believe some of the other kits did actually come with them. And one other thing, just to note, at least with my kit, at least, we do have a couple of really nasty ejection marks, or sinkholes, I should say, on the actual seat. So those will definitely have to get filled because those are really like uber deep. Sorry, that was the easiest word that I could think of at the moment. So, again, that has been an inbox review of the Dodge WC-54 ambulance. Hope you guys have enjoyed the look at this. You can find me, if you have any kits that you've seen on eBay or something like that, that's an older kit, and you want to see if I might have it in my collection, definitely send me an email. You could also find me on Facebook at facebook.com/themodelingnut. And hit me up that way with a PM if you'd want. I'll also be looking to start some Twitch streams soon of live build nights. So hope to see you guys there, and hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.